Well, good morning, and today we're back at the British Motor Museum at Gaydon in Warwickshire. Why? Well, we've come to a big old Ford car rally and cars of the Roots Motor Group. So let's get out and have a look and see what we can find. October 1963 saw the introduction of the Ford Consul Corsair, which was a direct replacement for the Consul Classic, and it didn't become officially known as just the Ford Corsair until 1965. Its production continued until 1970 when it was replaced by the Mark III Cortina. They were available as a 2-door, a 4-door and a 5-door estate. And although the 2-door model was built in considerable numbers for the export market, in the UK, they were only built to order. Of course, we now come across this rare 1500 2-door GT, and I think it works rather well in the 2-door format. Of course, Crayford also made a convertible and a cabriolet version of this, which are of course rarer still. This was a beautiful example, I must say. So we're now moving on to the Mark I Cortinas, introduced in 1962 and ran through until 1966, when the Mark II was then introduced. As you can see, we've got a lovely display here of the Lotus Cortina variant, always very popular. But this one, I think, was rather special. And it's a 1500 GT, a 2-door, and I just love what they've done with it. The work is impeccable. Look at that engine bay. It's absolutely fantastic. I love the period colour and those cutaway bumpers. It just looks so right. And look at the seats inside. Absolutely fantastic. I think they've done a really nice job of this car. And of course, moving around to the back, you'll see what the people refer to as bang-the-bomb tail lights. Moving on to the Mark II Cortina. And what could be a better example than this 1600E in Dragoon Red? Absolutely beautiful. Of course, the 1600 engine was introduced in 1967. And as you'll see, it's a 1600E which doesn't have a vinyl roof. Not all 1600Es came with a vinyl roof. It was an option. And I spoke to the owner about this car. I absolutely adore this car. And I don't think my video footage, to be honest, does it its full justice. The photos look much better. I think it must have been just too shiny for the camera. But what a beautiful example. And the level of detail is phenomenal. And if I'd been giving out a prize for the day, this would have been the star of the show. I mean, look at the interior as well, just about how you would want to see it. All the instrument cluster there, and the level of detail in the engine bay. But this was definitely a star of the show for me. Lotus Cortinas, very nice.
On a very interesting story to tell. It's a nice find here, apart from
a very rare Crayford Cortina. Crayford were the conversion company from Kent. I worked on lots of, particularly Fords, but other cars as well.
Don't seem a lot of money for what it is. You can't sell it. I know, I don't understand it.
You could buy a complete wreck for that.
Yeah, I know, that's what I said, it's worth 10 parts really, you know what I mean? But I just can't understand it, ain't gone. Obviously it needs work.
Yeah, that's right.
That's very nice, that. Oh, that's a special one.
on a very interesting story to tell. It's a nice find here, apart from obviously the bus that's up there. This one was going to be escorted by Dolly, just putting it in there. Now, I know that a lot of us probably can't remember, but there was a very famous film in the 50s called Hell Drivers. Now, Hell Drivers was a film that was
Stanley Baker.
many of the actors in Hell Drivers became very, very famous. There was Connery, Stanley Baker. To look it up, you can probably YouTube it or get a video of it or a DVD. And if you have a look.
End of the day, yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah.